Hello everybody, welcome to the first of many my top 100 series for Marvel, and we're going to be starting with top 100 most powerful characters in Marvel. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to be doing this in I'm going to be covering the top 100 over 10 videos, because I think 100 is a little bit much for one video, so this one is going to be not 100 to 90, okay? Now I know in the comment section, like the people who are watching this video are obviously, well, lots of them are also very big Marvel fans. They know a lot about Marvel, and I know I don't know everything. I don't know everything about Marvel. There will probably be some characters who I may have missed. Your comics
taught you well.
But he didn't teach you everything.
Anyways, I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to be doing a little bit about these characters' origins, explanations, and powers, things like that. So, coming in at number 100 on my list is the Elders of the Universe. So, first of all, you may be thinking like, what? I thought these guys were really powerful, but on the grand scale of things, you may see like Thanos or something on this list. You think Thanos is the most powerful character? You're wrong. He's nowhere near, really. But these guys, I'm starting at a really powerful level because there are just so many incredibly powerful heroes in Marvel. So, Elders of the Universe, they are originally from some of the oldest races in the universe, hence the name Elders. They've come from the oldest races, and they're each masters in a respective field. For example, the gardener, master of gardening, the runner, fastest thing in the universe, things like that. Now, in terms of powers, they have their respective powers. For example, the runner has the respective power of being able to run incredibly quickly. The champion of the universe is incredibly strong. Things like that. That's how powerful they are. They briefly possessed the Infinity Stones until Thanos came in and snatched them away from them with relative ease. So, they're also incredibly arrogant. So next, on number 99, is the Maker. Now, you might be thinking like, oh, who's the Maker? It might ring a bell when I say his name is Reed Richards. This is not the Reed Richards we know from the main Marvel universe, though. This is the Reed Richards from what's called the Ultimates universe. Now, we see this very briefly in Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers, and a bunch of Jonathan Hickman's runs, really. But the Maker is like kind of Reed Richards in sense that he's so smart and advanced, but not really with a moral sense. Like they wouldn't mind if they just like destroyed the world or something like that. And that's what makes him, in my opinion, a little bit stronger than Reed Richards' base level, really, is that he's got all the futuristic technology, he's got the brains, he's got the stretching powers as well, which you don't see him use very often, but he actually will do things that Reed Richards won't do. He doesn't really have a great sense of morality. Not really a hero by any means. So that's the Maker. In terms of powers, futuristic technology, like I said, ability to stretch, things like that. It also wickedly smart, incredibly smart. Next, number 98 is Ultron. Now, Ultron was originally, he looks so funny in the original Ultron, I've got to say. I'll put a picture up about it. But original Ultron was created by Hank Pym, or Ant-Man, to try and create like the first sentient AI, but like before even turning it on, Ultron immediately became sentient and turned against him, basically. And Ultron has been like going throughout the universe. It can basically infect any piece of technology that it wants, really. A little bit like how we see him like go through the net and take over like Iron Man's Iron Legion in the movies. In terms of powers, they really have the powers of almost whoever they infect, because they can Ultron can like implant little robot thingies in other characters. Like we've seen him at one time where he possesses Soul Gem, but we've seen him do it to the Silver Surfer. For example, like he'll put like part of the Ultron virus in the Silver Surfer's head, and then he can control the Silver Surfer. That's how he works. So in terms of powers, he's got pretty much the powers of whoever he infects. Also incredibly smart, literally a living computer. Yeah, and most of the time it's almost like fighting Iron Man. Their armor is incredibly difficult to break. Next, coming in at number 97 is the Builders. Now, we have heard about the Builders from Infinity by Jonathan Hickman, if you've been watching. the Builders are pretty much the oldest race in the universe, one of the oldest races in the universe, and they take it upon themselves to go around judging life, really. A little bit like the Celestials, but not really. I can basically think of the Builders as the most advanced that life could possibly get without like ascending and becoming gods, really. But I'm talking in terms of just a builder here. If you can imagine like power levels, strength levels, they are off the charts really in power. They've got just one single builder, like they sent one single builder, and then one single builder can like conquer a whole world, basically. We've seen like, I think it was like 2 or 3 of them conquered the whole of the Kree race. That's how strong they are. They can be killed, they're incredibly durable. Some weapons like Thor's hammer can kill them. But again, what makes a builder so strong is that there's not just one builder, there's thousands, millions even builders, and they are incredibly technologically advanced. Like they have the most strong guns basically in the whole of the universe. So that's the Builders. Coming in at number 96 is Thanos. You might be thinking, what? This is Thanos. You know, literally we've seen him in the MCU, incredibly strong, basically beat all of Earth's heroes. Yeah, he's even stronger in the comics. He's even stronger than that, and he is only coming in at number 96. Well, there are a lot of characters stronger than him. I'm talking about Thanos at his base level. Now, this is Thanos with no Infinity Gauntlet, no Cosmic Cube, none of that. Just Thanos, plain Thanos. Now, origins of Thanos is that he is the son of Mentor and Suisan, who are a eternal, basically like human life perfected, and then a deviant, which is like human life but incredibly like lots of mutations, things like that. So really unstable. And Thanos looked really weird because of that. He looked like complete like purple. He had like hide-like skin, kind of. And what Thanos did is Thanos augmented his own powers through the use of technology, and he became like enthralled by death, and he basically follows her around doing whatever they tell him to do. Really, Thanos has done numerous feats, really. He's obtained the Cosmic Cube, he's obtained the Infinity Gauntlet, but again, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, I wouldn't class him really as the most powerful character. The way I'm classing these as characters as they are, not characters having an Infinity Gauntlet. Like, I could say Iron Man with the Infinity Gauntlet, I could say Black Panther with the Infinity Gauntlet, but the Infinity Gauntlet isn't a living thing, really. So I'm just classing him at his base level, so that's Thanos. Next, number 95 coming in is Annihilus. Now, Annihilus, I'm not talking about our normal Annihilus that we've seen. Now, this is Annihilus from Jim Starlin's run on the Infinity Saga. Now, Annihilus manages to get the power, he manages to harness the powers of Adam Warlock and like greatly increase his strength and speed, and he's actually able to beat Thanos in a fight here. Now, Thanos seems to be winning the fight, but I'm putting that down to general fighting skill, really, and that Annihilus hadn't really become fully to grips with the power that he had. Now, Annihilus also has another great key factor about him. He controls the Annihilation Wave. Now, this is a wave, like the biggest force of ships that anyone's ever seen in the Marvel Universe, and it resides in the negative zone, and he wants to invade our universe. That's kind of the general gist of it. And when the Annihilation Wave comes out of the negative zone, there's nothing really you can do to stop it. Up to like, you need like powers around Galactus level to stop it. That's how strong he was. He has superhuman strength. He is, at this point, he is stronger than Thanos, and he has also got like he's actually pretty smart, because when he's fighting Thanos, he deliberately attacks him where Thanos' teleporters are, then he kicks him into this empty portal, which is brilliantly smart actually. So yeah, that's Annihilus. Coming in at number 94 is Wiccan. Now, we may have heard of this before. Wiccan is the son of Scarlet Witch. You may be wondering where Scarlet Witch is. She'll appear on this list later. But Wiccan has immense magical skill, magical ability, almost like that of Scarlet Witch, you can imagine. Origins of Wiccan is that they came into existence because what was it? Scarlet Witch. It was in the series M Day, where Scarlet Witch goes crazy because she thinks she has two sons, and then she brings them back into her life. She like warps reality to get these two sons that she has. One of them is Wiccan. I think the other one is called Speed or something. But they take like Quicksilver a little bit. And Wiccan's powers are basically that of Scarlet Witch, you would think of. Okay, coming in next is Doctor Strange at his base level. So just the normal Doctor Strange you're thinking of in the... If you think about Doctor Strange in the movies, that's kind of the level that we're thinking at. Now, this Doctor Strange has got numerous talismans, which are like, think like the Wand of Watum and things like that can... like if he gets, you can use the winds of Watum to like get him anywhere really quickly. Now, Doctor Strange, master of the mystic arts, and we know his origins, just like in the movies. And Doctor Strange, again, master of the mystic arts. He is incredibly well knowledged about magic. He can draw power from other dimensions. He takes a lot of his power from these beings known as the Vishanti, which I will go on to later because they're in this list a bit later. Okay, that's Doctor Strange. Next, on number 94 is Ego. Now, imagine Ego just literally as a sentient planet. That's Ego. He has got a huge amount of power. I would say he's not a Celestial in the comics. He's not a Celestial in the comics, but I would compare his power as pretty comparable to that of the Ego that we see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I would say he's around that level of power. He has, if you're on Ego as a planet, then he has almost limitless powers there. But again, kind of weak in the terms of he can't really do much outside of his own planet, really. So that brings me on to my next guy. So number 3 is the Map Makers. You may never have heard of these guys. Until very recently, had never heard of these guys. The Map Makers are... it's difficult to describe because we only really see them in Jonathan Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers, like in Infinity and Infinity Part 2. The Map Makers are kind of, we can think of them as like the strongest versions of the Builders. And these guys go around basically destroying Earths, so to try and prevent the incursions, which I don't need to go into, but they go around trying to prevent the death of the multiverse, really, in Marvel. In terms of powers, you get a couple of them, and then they can just destroy a whole world completely. What makes these guys stronger than the Builders, you may ask? Well, they're just purely the term that they're the strongest versions of the Builders kind of almost makes a bit more sense to me to put them a little higher up on the list than the Builders. We don't see too much of them apart from in Hickman's Avengers and New Avengers, but I don't really want to spoil that for you. I can't wait to narrate it. I'm going to be narrating that soon. In terms of, I've told you powers. Anyway, number 92 comes in with the In-Betweener. Now, the In-Betweener, awesome character. They are created by Lord Order and Master Chaos to try and to kind of be like their avatar in the universe, to try and they can act through them. They have pretty much limitless powers. However, they need, their powers work in the sense that they need to use them to restore balance. Dichotomies, I think it is, which means like good and bad, love and hate. They need to kind of keep that in a constant balance. That's their goal, really. And they look awesome. They're like half white, half black, super cool. And they'll, in terms of powers, if it's used to try and restore balance, pretty much the powers of Lord Chaos and Master Order, almost limitless. Virtually unlimited cosmic powers, again, that can be used as like energy projection, superhuman speed, superhuman strength, things like that. So coming in on number 91, we have the Hell Lords as a group. Now, the Hell Lords, you may never have heard of them. Again, it's going to be like that with a lot of characters on this list. Some of them are pretty obscure. But the Hell Lords are this group of respective beings who own their own, but who kind of rule over their own versions of hell. So, Dormammu, Mephisto. That's who we're kind of thinking of, and it's kind of a group of them. So, like, Dormammu has his own dimension, the Dark Dimension. Mephisto has his own dimension, which is, I don't even know, I think it's just called Hell or something like that. But that's the Hell Lords. In terms of powers, their powers, whilst incredibly powerful in their own realms, are substantially less powerful outside of their own realms, if you get what I mean. So, if you take Mephisto inside his realm, he is virtually limitless power. Like, he could take on some pretty big hitters if you go inside his realm. Like, I don't know if Galactus... I'm thinking Mephisto could probably take down Galactus if he was inside his own realm, in my opinion. So yeah, that's the Hell Lords. And coming in at number 90 now. Number 90, the last one on our list, is Odin. Odin... Do we know his origins? He's the son of King Bor from Asgard, who is dead. Why, you may think, like, how did he come to have this much power? Well, Odin and his brothers Vili and V their kind of main goal was to defeat Surtur, and Surtur managed to kill Vili and V, so their powers kind of went to Odin, if you got what I mean. That's what the Odin Force, which is kind of seemingly limitless power that Odin has. That's what it is. Now, we don't really see Odin really ascend to this huge power level, but it's been proved that he can. So, for example, he's more of a king more than a fighter, but when Galactus tried to attack Asgard, Odin came and Odin fought off Galactus. Like, I don't think he would have won the fight, but he fought off Galactus. He kind of, he traded blow for blow, really, with him. And why is Odin so high up on this power level? Because he has basically got the Odin Force, which is like almost limitless strength whilst on Asgard. He's been able to take down some pretty high cosmic powerhouses. Powers he's got, he is also a master forger. Like, he can forge awesome weapons. Like, he made like the Odin sword, loads of cool stuff, really, as well as this superhuman strength, superhuman speed, all of that. Incredibly durable. He's first and foremost an Asgardian, so he's got an incredibly long lifespan as well. Yeah, that's Odin. So yeah, that's about it for these. This is our first chunk of our top 10 characters. I'll be releasing the next one next Tuesday, where we'll go from the number 89 all the way to 80. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to do it, really. If you had any other suggestions of characters on here, be mindful that maybe if you suggested a character on here, they might be in the future lists. Like, if you said, like, oh, where's Galactus? He will probably be a little higher up in the power level. And if there's anything in here I've missed out, if there's any guys I've missed out, then please comment it down below. I know I don't know everything about comics, but I'm just doing this to try and help you guys like the average person understand a little more. So yeah, and this is all opinion based, really. You could, we've never seen any of these guys really fight directly against each other, so it's sort of opinion based. So yeah, that's about it from me. That's where I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe if you enjoyed that. Yeah, that's about it from me. I'll see you all guys in the next video. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe, yeah. Well, I'll see you all in the next video, which, by the way, is coming out on, I believe, Friday. See ya.